Hunter x Hunter Nen Impact is the franchise's first console game in many years. It's also a breath of fresh air for the anime game genre, being a 2D fighting game as opposed to the overdone arena fighter, and it sports controversial yet still compelling gameplay. The problem is everything surrounding that gameplay is abysmal. Online that barely works, a lacking character roster, half-baked single-player content, outdated visuals, and to top it all off, a price that is nowhere near worth it. This is why Hunter x Hunter Nen Impact was dead on arrival. Hunter x Hunter Nen Impact was developed by Aiding, known for their work on other 2D fighters like Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and DNF Duel. It was surprisingly published by Arc System Works, no Bandai Namco involved this time. But that doesn't save this game. Even just a few days after launch, this game only has about 150 active players on Steam. Granted, it did also release on PS5 and Nintendo Switch, but 150 players on PC alone is horrible. So let's dive into the specifics of this game, as well as the commotion surrounding it, to see why this launch was just so underwhelming. The game is a 3v3 tag fighter akin to games like Marvel vs. Capcom, and it's not bad. Like I mentioned before, it is nice to see an anime fighting game outside of arena fighters, and this one doesn't drop the ball entirely. However, there are a couple of controversial additions that really makes you wonder who the target audience was. For starters, there are no motion inputs, so instead, to perform specials you simply press a button. Now this idea isn't anything new to fighting games, Grand Blue did it, and Street Fighter now has it as an option. The problem is, it's not an option here, it's forced. And now, I'm no fighting game expert, but a lot of players have a problem with this, specifically how it makes playing with a fight stick all the more complicated. There are more inputs and buttons that need to be used, which makes the button layout incredibly uncomfortable. Another addition that appeals to more casual players is the rush button. Essentially, if you hold down the rush button and spam your light, medium, or heavy attack buttons, then the game will auto combo for you. Now this game doesn't leave competitive players behind in the dust, but it does seem like it was meant to appeal to casual players, which makes the single player content, or lack thereof, all the more baffling. If you like playing matches against CPU opponents that you can easily beat over and over, then you're going to love the single player content here. If not, then you're out of luck. All of the single player content just boils down to fighting matches over and over. Let's get the elephant out of the room first. Yes, the story mode does in fact suck. It is a compilation of regular battles strung together by screenshots of the anime and text on screen. There's no voice acting beyond random grunts and whatnot. Many scenes with anime are skipped, and I think the funniest detail is that all of these story missions are unlocked from the start. All 19 of them. This was clearly a last minute addition that had no thought put into it whatsoever. What about the other single player modes? In arcade mode, you fight a series of matches. In time attack, you fight a series of matches and try to complete them as fast as possible. In Heaven's Arena, you fight a series of matches, but your health bar carries over from match to match, and you can choose to use money you earn from matches to heal or not. And finally, in Battle Olympia, the unlockable mode, you fight a series of matches. What else is there to do? There's combo trials, free battles, and training. Oh, and the online, I guess. The online is what most people are going to be playing this game for, and unfortunately, it doesn't work very well. That is, if you were even able to get into a match in the first place. I was playing on PC, and as we established before, not many other people are, so I had to wait quite some time to actually find matches. This probably wouldn't be too bad if there's crossplay, but nope, of course there isn't. And when you do find a match, it'll be a laggy mess because of the netcode. What I find really funny is that they initially delayed the game about 9 months in order to implement rollback netcode, just for it to, turn out like this. The rest of the game just feels so unfinished too. The visuals are incredibly outdated. All of the models, the cutscenes, the animation, they all look like a PS3 game. The menus, the UI, it all looks so generic. Nothing about it screams Hunter x Hunter. And the character roster is laughably small for a 3v3 fighter with only 16 characters. What sucks the most is that DLC characters and a season pass were already announced months before this game's launch, specifically with a fan favorite character Pito as the first addition. Why are they not just in the base game? And the most egregious part about all of this is that the game still retails for $60. This is clearly not $60 worth of content. Street Fighter 6 is only $40. Guilty Gear Strive is also only $40. In what world is Hunter x Hunter Nen Impact worth $60? I have no idea who I can recommend this to, if I can recommend it at all. This isn't going to satisfy Hunter x Hunter fans, because barely any of this feels like Hunter x Hunter. I love Hunter x Hunter, but not enough to keep playing this game. There's barely any fan service, the story mode sucks, so why should fans care about this beyond the fact that the characters happen to be from Hunter x Hunter? And what about competitive fighting game fans? Sure, there's some room for experimentation with this game's gameplay, but why bother learning this game when the netcode is abysmal and the player base is already dying a few days after launch? My only advice here is to play the free demo, which I admit is a nice touch. You get an idea for the gameplay and see if it's really worth $60 to you. But I bet it won't be. I won't be coming back to this game. Even as a huge Hunter x Hunter fan, this is not worth my money. And if I want to play a 2D fighter, I'll turn to the many better alternatives out there. We will never win with anime games. Even when a game comes around with some potential, when it tries to do something different, it's still never good. Nen Impact was clearly developed on a shoestring budget and was priced at a full $60 to rake in as much much cash from Hunter x Hunter fans as possible. I don't really know what they expect to happen once everyone realizes this game is already dead and barely anyone wants to play it anymore, but whatever. I think I'm gonna go spend my time playing the vastly superior game that also released on July 17th, Donkey Kong Bonanza. I know this was a really short video, but I honestly just didn't have much to say that hasn't been said already. I wanted to give the game a fair shot and try it out, but I got really bored really quickly. If you can have fun with this game, then all the power to you. I'm just so tired of these lackluster anime game releases. I just don't care anymore, man. I guess I'll try All's Justice whenever that comes out, but I'm not getting my hopes up. Hey, on the screen right now, I probably have my Mario Kart World clips playing. You like them? Yeah? Alright.